tribulation. That is a promise we have. We know that we've just experienced Easter Sunday just a few weeks ago, and the Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 15 talked about Jesus and the resurrection. And he said basically that gives us the hope, the knowledge, the desire to go on in life, to know that not only did Jesus come to be a human being like all of us here, and not only to teach and to preach and to do great and wonderful things, but that he came out of that grave and he rose through the resurrection. That's a promise that you and I have. We have a promise that one day God will call all of his children and gather them together, and they will come and be a new creation, new bodies, if you will. When Jesus showed his disciples his body, first they didn't know it was him, but then they began to look and say, well, there's the nail prints on his hands. There's the nail places on his feet. And that could have been eliminated, but I believe it was important for the disciples and those that knew Jesus to know this was the same person that they had seen walk on those dusty roads in Jerusalem. So you and I have a hope and a promise that God will be with us through all of our difficulties, all the grieving and all the trials and tribulations that you and I might face in life. He said he'd never leave us or forsake us. And even Psalmist David, with all his problems, said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken or their seed begging bread. That's a promise, folks. That's a recommendation and a recognition of what God wants for you and I as his children. I'd like to read another verse